Let's make a lovely coconut pot bake.
Okay, foodies, let's not wait any longer. So let's get started with that lovely coconut pot bake. So in here I have 1 cup of flour, regular white flour. I have here 1 teaspoonful of instant yeast, 2 tablespoonful of coconut, 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar. Here I have um, 1.5 teaspoonful of Crisco. You could use lard, you could use butter. There's so many different things that you could add to your coconut bake, but I don't want to add that just yet. First, let me add in 1/4 teaspoonful of cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoonful of sugar. Now, I'm sorry, salt, Himalayan pink salt. Salt and yeast is two enemies. Then I want to grab my grater, and I'm going to give a little grate here of nutmeg. That great divine flavor of fresh grated nutmeg, irresistible. Give this a good mix. Incorporate all these powdered ingredients together, just like so. And now we're going to add that Crisco. In goes that. Now you can use coconut milk, you could use regular milk, evaporated milk, whole milk, or regular water. This is one lovely pot bake, divine. Here at Jenny's Walk, we're here to like, we're here to share, we're here to create, we're here to learn. We need to share each another's idea, putting old recipes together with some new ideas. That's what we're here for. So now my water is lukewarm or tepid water or milk, whatever you decide to use. And now I'm going to bring this together. So let me bring this together nicely. So this looks really marvelous. Now I just want to dip my finger in a little oil, drop it in my working surface, and just grease your bowl really nicely, because this is going to get a nice little rise or leaven your bake. Put your bake down in your working surface with just that little touch of oil that you have there, and give it a good knead. As I always say to you foodies, a good knead. We're going to have that gluten all activated, that yeast will be activated, and we get a good lovely rise. You don't want to put too much flour into it. We really want that grease in there. Back in the days, Granny used to make this in a barrel. You have heat in the bottom and heat in the top, and that bake is in the middle, and the whole village know you were making coconut bake. You were making pot bake. We didn't have the ovens and stuff back then. So here at Jenny's Walk, I want to bring back that old-fashioned bake, but I'm using the stovetop. I am not that lucky to have that barrel and all of that, which I would love to one of these fine days. I want to visit the island and go and actually do some of these recipes and bring it back for you, because I know the young folks knows nothing about it. So this looks marvelous. You give it a little press, a nice little spring back up there. Slowly it's coming back up. So let's leave this alone for a good 15 minutes. Pot bake here from Jenny's Walk, where all the fun begins in cooking. Okay, foodies, let's see what's going on here. Now it have been 15 minutes, and okay, we got a nice little rise here. So what I did, I have my old heavy skillet. I give it a good wash, and I grease it up a little bit with some oil. Put some oil in there, and you want to dry, just have the oil in there. If you have a non-stick, that's fine, but this is very heavy, so this is why I want to use this. Prepare this here. Oh, my bird. Rub that little oil right here on your surface. This is fine. And let's just empty. There you go. This is our pot bake. Just give it a little press out. Now you could do this in your pot if you wish, but I want to do it on the countertop. This is all you're going to be doing. Just open it up really nicely. This is 1 cup of flour, so you're going to get a nice size bake. You could just stretch it, put it in your hand, stretch it out. Open your fingers. Every time you put it, open, 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 and you will get a little stretch. See? And we don't want it too thin now. So let's put it on there, and we're going to rest it there. So let's just leave it alone right there. Give it a good cover now. And let this rest now for another 15 minutes. Okay, foodies, it have been 20 minutes, so let's take a look and see how this dough looks. This looks marvelous. You see, it's not a big high rise that you get it. It's 20 minutes. I could actually see I have a nice little rise around. It's not even though, but that's okay. So once this get on the heat, it's going to get a little more rise up again. So I'm going to put this on the fire. I put it on there on low heat. So this is the cover from my how do I call that pot again? My tagine. So it's a dome. Lovely. You all know this, my foodies who follow me. It's a clay pot. So I want to cover this to cook, seeing that we don't have that fire and all of that outside. So I am going to rub this tea towel and cover this. So when I cover it, the steam will not let water out. The steam will be very dry, it wouldn't be moist. So let me tie this up, and I'm going to show to you what we're going to be doing next for this lovely bake here, coconut pot bake from Jenny's Wok. So don't forget to like and share this lovely video and send me stars and subscribe to my YouTube channel here at Jenny's Wok, where all the fun begins and all that simple tutorial step-by-step instructions where you could bring your dishes together. So there we go, foodies. You see that flame on the lowest that you can get, and our pot bake is there, and just put that lid on just like so. Simple and easy, so we don't get any water steam in here. There you go. And I'm going to leave that there for 15 minutes. Okay, foodies, so let's take a look and see what's going on now. The kitchen smells divine. Wow, this looks marvelous. And you see how it's moving around because we put a little oil in the pot there. So now let's just take a look. It's a little dark, but that's okay. It's a pot that we're doing it. You don't have to leave it so long, or you could put it in a smaller burner. So let's put the lid back on. It smells great. It's coming up really nicely, and leave it there now for another maybe 10 minutes. Okay, foodies, let's take a look now and see what's going on in there. It smells divine. All right, this looks good. So I'm going to take this out now. So foodies, there we go, that lovely pot bake, that coconut pot bake. It's hot. Let's cut into it. There you go. And look at that. It's really cooked. It's nice. I'm going to cut into it again. And I'm going to do it like Granny, how she did it. Ooh, it's very hot. I'm just going to hold it right here. Give it a nice cut open. You know, here at Jenny's Wok, we keep it real. We burn the bake or give it a nice little char color. That's perfectly fine. All that steam coming out of it. I'm going to use this back of the spoon. Same old time way like Granny used to do it. And she said you have to put it in hot so everything will melt. There you go. I'm going to add some sharp cheddar. And there you go. Lovely pot bake here from Jenny's Wok. Coconut pot bake. Divine. Bring back all that old time taste in your kitchen. So you know, here at Jenny's Wok, we're here to learn, we're here to share and to create. And I just want to thank you all for joining in. Let me try this bake. I have to try this bake. Wow, nice and crunchy. All that flavor from the coconut, the nutmeg, the spice. A real old time favorite. And that butter is all dripping out because it's really hot and nice. Lovely bake here, my dear foodies, from Jenny's Wok. I do hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I enjoy putting it together for you. So my dear foodies, next time, don't leave it so long for 15 minutes or watch the heat so we don't get so dark. We'll get a more light brown color. But I know some of you may enjoy it. I am enjoying this. Lovely Bake here from Jenny's Walk. So thank you for joining me from my kitchen to your kitchen. Happy cooking.